Hello, I'm Richard Chambers, and welcome to another episode in my continuing series, A View from the Audit Trail. Internal audit functions around the world are facing unprecedented challenges. The risks internal auditors see on the horizon aren't abstract. They're strategic, interconnected, and urgent. So what are the key risks internal auditors are most concerned about over the next few years? And what can you do now to stay relevant and lead with confidence? Let's break it down. Top of the list is the inability to effectively use AI to drive greater efficiency and productivity in internal audit. AI isn't just a buzzword anymore. Stakeholders expect faster insights, broader coverage, even continuous assurance. Functions that stay in pilot mode or resist AI risk falling behind. Here are some action steps you can take. First, build a clear AI roadmap tied to your internal audit plan. Second, start with high-impact applications like risk assessment and analytics. Third, partner with IT for reliable data access. And lastly, put governance and ethical guardrails in place before scaling. AI adoption isn't a nice-to-have, it's becoming an existential imperative for internal audit. The second strategic risk that's keeping CAEs awake at night is the growing gap between traditional internal audit skills and the technology risks organizations now face. Things like advanced cybersecurity threats, AI governance, data privacy, and third-party tech exposures. Boards and executives want assurance and insight on these topics, and internal audit must be fluent in them. What can you do to address this gap? First, assess where your skill gaps are, especially in tech areas. Second, invest in targeted training and certifications. Third, use co-sourcing strategically while building internal audit capability. And fourth, embed technology experts into your audit teams where possible. When internal auditors can speak the language of technology and risk, they earn credibility. The third strategic risk for internal audit is that internal audit functions are struggling to attract and retain talent, especially in the specialized areas like data analytics, cybersecurity, and AI. This isn't just about headcount, it's about skills, growth, and career path clarity. Audit teams are competing for talent with other parts of the business and with outside firms that sometimes offer better compensation or clearer paths of progression. How do you attract and retain top talent? First, redefine career models to emphasize learning and mobility. Second, recruit for curiosity and problem solving, not just credentials. Third, invest in mentorship, stretch assignments, and continuous growth. And fourth, use AI and automation to reduce repetitive work that drives burnout. People stay where they grow, and culture matters as much as compensation. The fourth key risk is sticking to value protection instead of value creation. Many internal audit functions are still perceived as focused primarily on compliance and control, what we think of as value protection. But stakeholders increasingly want internal auditors to help create value by aligning with strategic, business, and critical risks. What can you do? First, align your audit plan with the enterprise risk and strategic priorities. Second, frame internal audit findings in terms of impact, opportunity, and decision support. Third, get involved earlier in the major initiatives and transformations in your company. And lastly, measure results and communicate outcomes, not just issues closed. When internal audit contributes to value creation, it earns a deeper trust and influence. The fifth strategic risk is a failure to identify emerging risks. Risk environments are changing faster than annual risk assessments can keep up with them. Traditional methods struggle to detect emerging threats until it's too late. And surprises are the enemy of relevance. Here are 5 action steps that you can take. Shift toward continuous risk sensing instead of once-a-year assessments. Use analytics, external signals, and scenario planning to spot change early. Build inter-organizational relationships. You need insight, not isolation. Keep flexible audit capacity to respond to emerging blind spots quickly. Anticipation is internal audit's advantage, not reaction. Risk number 6, siloed 3 lines of defense. Persistent silos between risk management, compliance, and internal audit lead to duplication gaps and confusion. It weakens assurance and it frustrates stakeholders. What can you do about it? First, clarify roles and responsibility across the 3 lines. Next, align risk assessments, reporting, and assurance plans. Third, use tools, data, and insights to strengthen coverage. And last but not least, present a unified view of risk to the board and executives. Coordination improves coverage, alignment builds confidence. Finally, many audit teams struggle to cover what matters the most because resources are limited and expectations are rising. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. The 5 key action steps for this risk include prioritizing based on risk impact, not tradition, reduce low-value audits and automate the routine, focus audit work on systemic issues and root causes, and communicating clearly what you can cover and why. Coverage isn't the goal, impact is. So what do these strategic risks tell us? The future of internal auditing isn't defined by uncertainty, it's defined by how we respond to it. These risks are operational, strategic, and urgent. Internal audit has a tremendous opportunity to lead, but leadership requires action, courage, and the willingness to evolve. Thanks for watching. With a view from the audit trail, I'm Richard Chambers.